Hi everyone, I'm Celine from HPE Ezmeral Software Business Unit. Well, software is a strategic component of HPE's go-forward strategy. We're making bold moves as an organization as we pivot to become an edge-to-cloud platform as a service company. And software is a foundational component of that strategy. So today, we're going to talk a little bit about HPE's newly created software business unit. And before that, a little bit more on HPE's North Star. So as from a legacy perspective, we all know that infrastructure matters, and HPE has been always a forefront of this area. But as we start looking into data explosion, software enables that. Right? And most important of all, in the last 10 years, there's been so much conversations around cloud. And at HPE, we believe in providing a platform, a data platform that gives you a cloud-like experience while you are traversing towards on-prem, on virtual machines, on cloud, as well as on the edge. So let's hear a little bit more about what we do. HPE Ezmeral. We launched this new branding about a month ago, and this came from two very big acquisitions that we have done, mainly the MapR acquisition as well as Blue Data acquisition. So we named the portfolio Ezmeral as a name derived from Spanish word for emerald, right? The inspiration came from the emerald's mystic powers of strengthening intelligence, predicting future events, easing stress, and enhancing immunity. Our goal is to assist our customers in transforming to make them more efficient, profitable, connected, and most importantly, differentiated. So what exactly are we doing today to help with data-driven transformation? We want you and your customers to be able to run any workload in containers, to orchestrate with Kubernetes anywhere, which is a really common language today, and we know it's going to be the de facto. We want you to be able to manage Kubernetes right down to the edge, cloud, or on-prem. We want you to be able to control your cost, optimize your hardware, and ensure compliance while doing all of these in a really enterprise-grade secure model. So let's look at a little bit more into the HPE Ezmeral platform. So if we looked at this different stacks and layers and rows of features and benefits that we provide, take a look at the security level, which we aim to actually enhance a lot more. And outside of this Ezmeral platform, which I'm going to share with you a lot more about, there is the HPE GreenLake, which allows you to provide as a service to your customer on a subscription basis without having your customers incur any CapEx cost, and instead looked into OpEx and be able to scale up or scale down as they wish. All right, so how do we look into consuming the Ezmeral platform? There's obviously the software licensing component where you could work with us to resell, to consult, or to advise, and I'll share a little bit more later, or to deliver it as a service with on-prem delivery consumption-based pricing, as I mentioned earlier, with a marketplace of apps and solutions that are extremely open for you and your customers to choose from, in which we host and containerize them. So now we talk a lot about where we are, how we are positioned, how we're supporting you and your customers. So what exactly do we provide? I'm really excited to showcase the HPE Ezmeral Container Platform, for that addresses some of the very, very key challenges. Let's take a minute to zoom down a little bit more on the bottom of the deck, which has on-prem, public cloud, and edge. Today, let's face it, a lot of our customers are saying, I want to move to public cloud. I want to go to GCP, I want to go to AWS. It's the way to go. It's the best way to save money. Is it really? Well, to be honest, based on all the conversations that we've had with our customers in North America, in Asia Pac, or in Europe, most of our customers we're seeing is, yes, there's a little bit of public cloud migration going on, but it isn't as simple as lifting and shifting, right? And we know there are a lot of applications that has to stay on-prem or can't be just lifted to the public cloud. So this is where HPE Ezmeral platform is able to help you with that. Now let's go on to the right side of it where you see the word edge. What about the IoT devices? How are you going to draw data from sensors to make real use of the data, to be able to analyze, to be able to forecast, and to be able to bring it to the next level? And if you zoom in on the little green box that we have, it is everything that Ezmeral Container Platform is able to provide, right? So down at the data fabric layer, where it has the most powerful compute power, and today, as of today, no other software out there is able to move data from on-prem to on cloud to the edge. And this persistent storage layer allows you to do that with the ability to turn on the data tab and bring them onto the container platform for you to orchestrate artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, based on multiple different types of applications and open source tools that you currently have. And if you go up the chain a little bit, you will realize that we're talking to very different personas in the organizations, and these are potentially the CTOs, the CDOs, the data scientists, and the data engineers. And all of these guys really passionate about driving AI, ML insights to their organizations. Right, so let's come to a little bit more on the APAC piece, right? Which is, what are we seeing in APAC? What are the market trends? What are some of our use cases, right? And how do we collaborate and be successful? So we have these trends in the market, and this is a study done by IDC. And building a complete platform, according to IDC, is really key, right? And there's a thriving ecosystems of software platforms that are out there, and customers are going to adopt them. Organizations are going to adopt them to as many as they can to help with their business and competitive advantage. It's going to integrate across multiple generations of technology, and transitions require assistance. Multiple business models, as we can see, are also required for success. A brick and mortar retailer cannot just focus on a brick and mortar business model anymore. E-commerce, logistics, inventory, supply chain management has to be further optimized, and that could only be done via a more enhanced methodology of digitization, AI, and ML. So what are we really seeing in the marketplace today in APAC? These are the 4 top verticals that we are engaged in, and we're seeing a lot of activities, a lot of requirements from banking, telco, healthcare, to high-tech manufacturing. Fraud detection, needless to say, real-time, critical applications, and extremely important part of the entire banking ecosystem. And risk mitigation. Telco, with the burst of 5G, data is becoming a big asset to a lot of these organizations. And how can they better utilize these data? How can they partner with different ecosystem and different partners out there to make more sense out of these data to enhance the customer experience, or simply put, to increase your mobile phone signal strength? Right, healthcare, obviously in a pandemic situation such as today, how can we ensure that healthcare human capital is being taken care of? Can we use AI and ML to support some of these findings? Can we do anomaly detection, patient care, etc.? And high-tech manufacturing, which dwells a lot more on the edge computing, and the edge infrastructure allows GPU resources optimization, and customers will look at any one of the technology vendors and providers out there that can help them with some of these use cases. So we have a couple of use cases here, which I'm very happy to share in detail with you, but not going to go too much into them. And this is one of the top tier 1 banking customer in Europe, where they were looking into considering a very data science-driven approach, and having many years of Hadoop experience, decided that they need a better way to ingest data into a more powerful platform, right? And they plan to hire dozens of data scientists to really innovate and to automate the entire banking model and transition, as well as to make sure that they are able to bring efficiency to some of the customer experience that they have. And obviously, when we talk about innovation, a lot is about ensuring these data scientists, when they're churning out new models, that they have the ability to do this quickly. If they are not agile enough, their competitors are likely to take over. So HPE Ezmeral platform allows them the ability to do real-time data processing at a very large scale, and also be able to coexist and integrate with their existing software applications to help bring them to the level they require. At the end of the project, they saw about £6 million worth of investments and savings and ROI just based off of this project, which was supposed, if they had done it a really traditional way, it would have taken them months and months to see results, but they saw this within 30 days. Moving on, right, we obviously have another customer that's very close to our heart, that's GM Financial. They are the General Motors financial company, and what they do is to enhance the customer experience through customer call center, being able to take in the audios from these call centers and bring them into text and data, be able to mine them and help enhance the customer experience that they want to provide. At the same time, they're doing an economic risk analysis model to ensure that all the mortgages and the credit facilities and credit approvals are really, and decisions are being made in ingesting some of these large data sets and be able to process a loan really quickly and to be able to get customers into the door as quickly as they can as well. So this group of customers similarly has a really big data science and engineering team, and collaborating with multiple lines of business, from customer experience team to credit risk, right? So as we move on, hospital wanting to really innovate and requiring multiple different data science projects and requires multi-tenancy, which their hardware isn't able to spin up as quickly as possible, and it's going to be really high on the capex. And they did this. This nonprofit hospital actually did this using the Ezmeral platform as well to provide, a multi-tenanted environment for machine learning operations. And of course, one of our use cases that's very, dear to our hearts is BMW, where, this is a case of deep learning, where our customers are looking at ensuring they can make decisions as if they are humans, to be able to drive the car and be able to make real-time decisions as the car is driving and connected to the Wi-Fi on the roads. And using HPE Data Fabric, they were able to ensure that these sets of data at 5 to 20 terabytes of data per day, for a car, just one car, is able to make decisions based on performance and ease of management based on these data sets. So how do we get started as we come towards the end of this presentation? Obviously is defining the role as a partner. Are you a champion, an advocate, or supporter of ours, right? Obviously, as a champion, we see that you're able to support us with end-to-end marketing all the way through to implementation and services, which I know a lot of partners out there would really like to do. And so defining that role is really important, and we're very happy to speak with you to do more of that. Most important of all, take a look at what you have in your solution stack. Are they able to help value add in the entire equation of the software ecosystem? And even if you don't, but you want to start somewhere, have a chat with us and discuss with us. And this is an example for you to look into and think about. So how can we be successful? I would think that we shouldn't try to boil the ocean, because it's a very fragmented market out there with a lot of different players saying they can do the same thing in every single component and line of business. However, I would like to focus on 3 things that the HPE Ezmeral platform can perform and do really, really well: is edge and IoT optimization and utility. AI and ML, always start with that, and you will get a really good conversation with your customers. What is their AI and ML strategy? And most important of all, the deep learning piece. Are your customers embarking on that? Do you see that vision happening in the next couple of years? And once you get these 3 different components set up, there's a very, very high chance of success. And so let's execute, right? It's all about account mapping. How can we evaluate you technically? How can we support you better? What's our go-to-market strategy? Who should we target? What verticals are you strong in? And then we could make this a really successful partnership. So with that, thank you very much. Let me know how we can help. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.